Good afternoon. My name is Daryl Davis, and I'm going to give you a persuasive speech on why the minimum legal drinking age should be lowered to the age of 18, because right now it's 21. Now I'm going to make 3 points to actually prove my point or to persuade you to come to my side. The first one is that legal adults should be allowed to purchase and consume alcohol. The second is traffic deaths reduction after the rise of the minimum legal drinking age had more to do with safety features, higher, tougher law enforcement, and the more frequent use of designated drivers. And the third one is out of the 190 countries, 115 have a minimum legal drinking age of 18 or 19. 21 countries have a minimum legal drinking age of 16 to 17, and 19 countries have no minimum legal drinking age at all. So at the age of 18, an American citizen is considered an adult, a legal adult. At that point, they're allowed to vote. Now, at the age of 18, a man or a woman can join the military without a parent's permission. And when they often join the military at that young age, most of them are put into dangerous situations and may lose their life if they actually get deployed into a war zone. I actually know two people who were about 19 or 18 and 19 who went to Afghanistan and they didn't make it back home. From 1933 in the repeal of prohibition, each state had the authority to create their own minimum legal drinking age. Now, at this time, 30 states lowered their minimum legal drinking age to 18, 19, or 20 years old. Only 14 states had a minimum legal drinking age of 21. It was only under the enactment of the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984 that the states raised their minimum legal drinking age to that which we have now, which is 21. And right now they also raise the minimum age that you need to be to purchase cigarettes. Right now you need to actually be 21 to purchase cigarettes as well. Now, the traffic death reductions after the rise of the minimum legal drinking age was due to better features on cars, stricter law enforcement, and the more frequent use of designated drivers. The United States had a 26% decline in alcohol-related traffic accidents between 1982 and 1992. The United Kingdom, who had a minimum legal drinking age of 18, had a decline of 50%. So that's sort of put into numbers where in the European countries, they have more frequent use of designated drivers, which resulted into less accidents. Germany has a minimum legal drinking age of 16 for beer, and for wine it's 18, and for spirits, which is considered your hard liquor, has a 37% decline. Mainly when I was in Germany, when they drank wine or beer, they do it in a social environment or they have it with a meal. And they often, when they have it with the meal, their kids actually have a glass of wine with them. When I was deployed to Korea, I was 22 years old. But I had someone that worked with me. He was the same MOS, which was a counterintelligence agent. He was 18. So in the United States, he wasn't allowed to drink. But when we had functions where we go out with the locals, and when we go out with the locals to get information, our job sometimes requires us to drink, and if you don't, it's considered to be disrespectful. So even though he was in the military, if he was on assignment, he was allowed to drink. But if he was on his own in his barracks room, he wasn't allowed to drink. So he actually got into an incident where he drank on the weekend. And this resulted into him losing rank, but no one saw him drinking. The commander just smelled alcohol on his breath. And that was just enough to actually get him bumped down in rank from a specialist to a private, which was a major loss and pay for him. And it took him a while to actually get promoted back up because he actually got an Article 15 for that as well. So the United States the minimum legal drinking age in the United States should be 18, because at the age of 18, you're allowed to vote. You're allowed to sign up into the military to serve as a patriot for your country. And it's not guaranteed that you will continue to have your life. An adult should be treated as an adult in all instances. If you drink, you should have the responsibility to handle the consequences that come with it. And if you think you're going to have to drive, always have a designated driver in place. I mean, there was a study shown that if you look at the development of the human brain, it doesn't fully develop until you're at the age of 25. So just keep that in mind. Thank you.